What's up, guys? Hi, guys. And welcome to 32 Teams, where I review all 32 teams in the NHL after the 2022-23 season. This series will consist of an overview, the regular season, player stats, team stats, and my overall opinion about the team. We will start in the Western Conference and then move on to the Eastern Conference. Today, we review the St. Louis Blues. Let's get started. The St. Louis Blues' 56th season as a National Hockey League team since their founding in 1967 began in 2022-2023. The Blues lost in a shootout to the Boston Bruins on April 2nd, 2023, missing the playoffs for just the second time since 2010-11 campaign and the first time since the 2017-2018 campaign. The Blues, who recently finished his 2022-23 season at 37, 38, and 7, a 28-point drop from 109 to 81 points, were left out of the playoffs and talked about how the culture needed to return to what it was after feeling like it had lapsed. It is not like they fell to the bottom of the league and have to climb back to the top, or at least to respectability, but Armstrong and the staff are aware that it won't be simple to do after tearing down many of the components that made the Blues one of the best teams in the NHL for the past few years. Now let's talk about the regular season. The Blues started off with a win against the Blue Jackets, 5-2. Kind of expected. Blue Jackets aren't a really good team. They continued the streak to two more games with a 4-3 overtime against Seattle and a 2-0 Edmonton win, which is crazy because Edmonton's such a great offensive team. It was a great start, but it suddenly turned horrific. In the next 8 games, see that right here, next 8 games, they lost every single game. Not great, so it completely changed the record to 3-0. But then they had another 7 game winning streak, changed the record to 10-0, making it a winning record. And the Blues had a very weird start, but it kind of settled down and became like a little bit better. But in the 2022 year, they had 17-17-3 record, which is decent. It's okay. And they still had a chance to make the playoffs with that record. They had a good start of the 2020 year, but it didn't really last long. As you can see here, great start 21-18-3, 23-20-3. They had losing streaks of 5-6. Like, this is a 6 game losing streak. I believe there's a 5 one before. Here it is. It wasn't great of many losing streaks. The Blues end their season with a 1-0 loss against Dallas, and the record was 37-38-7. Although the Blues didn't make the playoffs and ended on a losing record, they still defeated great teams throughout the season, such as Stanley Cup champs Vegas, beat the Rangers, and the Devils. And as you can see here, we're about to move on to the player stats. Binnington was mostly tied the goalie, which means that he will most likely be the starting goalie of next year. And as you can see here, Binnington, I think it did a decent job. He was not bad. I think he's a bit overhated by the Blues, but yeah, I think Bennington is the starting goalie for this as well. Now let's look at the player stats. The top leader of the Blues is Jordan Kyrou with 73 points in 79 games. It's a great season for Kyrou, as it was one of the best seasons he's had. Players like Buchnevich, Braden Schenn, and Robert Thomas also had great seasons, with Buchnevich having 67 points and Schenn and Thomas with 65 points. Out of all Blues players, 8 players, as you can see here, 8 players had over 20 assists, which was great. However, the Blues has lost many players. Not many, but very impactful players. They traded away Vladimir Tarasenko and Ryan O'Reilly, which Ryan O'Reilly was their not goalie, their captain, and they also traded Noel Akari and Tyler Pitlick. They're all gone now for now. And right now, there isn't really a player that can guide and motivate the team, which could have led them to not going to the playoffs. This could be one of the major factors of why they haven't clinched the playoffs this year. But overall, I think these players right here are pretty good and pretty great. Now, there is a very significant change between Arizona and St. Louis. I'm not sure the point changes, as you can see here. Let's try to look in the standings. This is very unscripted. I wasn't planning to say this. I believe it's like a 20-point change. Uh, not 20 points, 11-point change, which is completely different. The goal difference is much different. And yeah, it's completely different. So let's look at the team stats. Let's find that right here. Face-off win percentage. Where is St. Louis? 24 to 48.5%. Not the greatest. Shots against per game. 32 shots per game. Not so good. Shots games played. St. Louis. 28.5, not great. Penalty kill, St. Louis, near the bottom, 72.4%. That's not great at all. That's not good. The power play, though, let's give it no. Power play, not the that was okay, 19.3. No, it's not that greatest though. Compared to Edmonton, I mean, Edmonton's crazy. Goals against per game, 3.63. Run to 4 goals, that's just not good. And goals for St. Louis, not too bad actually. Around 3 goals a game, not bad really not that bad. And overall, end the season with how many wins? End the season with 37 wins. Honestly, not that bad. They almost had a winning record. I don't count overtime losses because they're overtime losses and they exceeded the regulation time. It's honestly not bad of a record, but it's not acceptable to be in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Now, overall, what do I think? I think the Blues are a great team that has a lot of talent with them. They have many great players, like I mentioned before, and could really make the playoffs with the same team. They need a new mentor since O'Reilly is out. I think they had a mediocre season that could have been changed. And overall, I could see them making the playoffs next season or the season after that. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Now, I like this video. I like talking about St. Louis. St. Louis is a great team. And no, it was great. I'm starting to pick up the pace now. I'm uploading videos. I uploaded a short this morning, and I think it's a good short. It's kind of the same thing as before. But I am trying to make shorts, make videos, and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm glad I made this video. And yeah, there's more to come. I'm making one tomorrow about who is next in the standings. Vancouver. I'm currently making a video on Vancouver. And by the way, when I move to the Eastern Conference, uh, I'll be putting Florida last because they were in the Stanley Cup. So I put them at last. So I will skip when I go to Pittsburgh. I will skip Florida and go immediately to the Islanders because Florida was in the Stanley Cup. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, have a great day. Hope you guys stay safe. And yeah, have a great day, everybody. See ya.